In this video, we will learn how to do hypothesis tests for two qualitative variables with two independent samples. So we are in this part of the table. Firstly, read properly the description of the study in order to understand what we are doing. In men and we continue with the exercise number 1. It says that compare tobacco consumption between men and women at the beginning of the study. In order to decide the most suitable test, the first thing that we have to do is calculate the crosstabs and the expected values. Then, if we obtain that the 80% of the expected values are higher than 5, we can use the chi-square test. If not, we will use Fiher's exact test. We can see this information in this part of the table. If the 80% of the expected values are greater than 5, we use the percent chi-square. If not, the Fiher exact test. In that case, we have independent samples. For this reason, we are in this part of the table. SPSS calculated at the same time the crosstab, the expected values, and also the test. Then we go to SPSS. Our database is open. Then we go to Analyze. Then in Descriptive Statistics, in crosstabs. In rows, we have to put our variable. In that case is tobacco use at the start of the study, and in columns the other qualitative variable, and in that case is the sex. We put tobacco in the rows and sex in the columns because if we observe this table, we have the tobacco in the rows and the sex in the columns. Then in statistics we can choose the hypothesis test. In that case is chi-square test. And finally in cells we can calculate the expected values here and also the percentage column. I select the percentage column because it's necessary for the descriptive statistics at the beginning of the table. And finally we press continue and OK. This is the cross table. Here I have the count number that they are non-smoker and women. Here the number of men that they are non-smoker. Here those who are women and smokers, and this number is those who are smoker and men. The second row we observe the expected values and then the percentage. This is we have a 77.4% of all of women that they are non-smoker, and the 22.6% of women are smoker. And we can use the chi-square test because if we expect the expected values, all of them are higher than 5. For this reason, the most suitable test is the chi-square test. If we observe the second table, we can observe that it is called chi-square test. The first row we observe that the percent chi-square, its p-value is equal to 0.00. As we did in the last practices, computer labs, if we obtain this kind of p-value, we reject the null hypothesis. Then we assume that the probability of smokers according to sex are different. Then with this information we can fill in the table. First we put the observed value and the percentage of smokers in men, and the observed value and the percentage of smokers in women. The test that we use is the chi-square. The p-value that we obtain is smaller than 0.05. In that case, smaller than 0.001, and the difference between women and men. Because we obtain all the expected values are higher than 5, but if one of them are smaller than 5, or all of them, or two of them are smaller than 5, we have to use the Fiher exact test. In that case, we observe the Fiher exact test in the 4th row of the chi-square test. In that row, we observe that the p-value is also smaller than 0.5. For this reason, we also reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, the proportion to be a smoker in men and women are different.